Welcome back, Phillies and Genitals, to a Brony Plays Minecraft. Here we are at the saplings. Look, I have saplings. So, while you weren't looking, I went on a grand adventure of discovery and celebration, soul-searching, lots of soul-searching, and I have decided to plant these greatwood saplings as a result of all that soul-searching. Because, you know, souls and searching are big things that require planting of trees afterwards. Well, also, I, feel like I've got all these saplings, I might as well plant them. Greatwood's a really useful resource. Acacia. Found these in a savanna biome. That's kind of nifty. Normally, these are trees that you get from doing stuff with trees and bees, but apparently, acacia trees can just be found lying around the place. So I chopped a few down. Now, I had to go find all these things because I realized that we were going to need some liquid pipe thingamajigger stuff. So, some waterproofing to make liquid pipes. And eventually, of course, liquid ducts. But, start somewhere. And we just needed cactus stuff in general. And also, the desert biome was a great place to find all of those cinder quill things. Cyndaquil? That's not right. Anyways, I did that a while back. That's how I got those blaze powders without having to go to the nether. I just didn't plant the saplings until now. So there we go. We have saplings that we're planting. And this actually is right after the last one. So I figured I'm going to come along here and plant up a little pine forest of sorts. We've got the acacia savanna trees, so the acacia will sit over to one side. And we have the greatwood. We're going to have 4 greatwood trees. I really should have planted these a long while back. We've already got a massive oak forest nearby, and so now we'll plant up a pine forest. Now, if I was being really good about this, I would actually, terrace this stuff out properly and figure out the correct the distributions of trees, because on a flat surface, a tree farm is incredibly efficient. I think it even gives me more wood than this forest has, although that might just be because I'm lazy and don't go chop down the entire forest. It's also probably because in both cases where I've had tree farms, one on camera with the with Techski, and one off camera with the work I did in some of the new InfiCraft stuff. I should probably, having said that, I should probably do something about it. Anyways, I was mucking around with InfiCraft again, and they've updated, so I said, oh, I'll try this out. And some of their updates are pretty nifty. But anyways, I had a tree farm there. And anyway, in both Techski and InfiCraft, you've got axes that can cut down trees all at once. Feed the Beast doesn't seem to have that. If it does, it at least doesn't happen right away. Ooh, look at that nice tree. It's a pretty nice tree there. So, yeah, maybe that's why I don't have as many wood as I like. As much? Pronouns. Pronouns are tricky. Those aren't pronouns, are they? Whatever they are. They're like adjectives or adverbs. Maybe they are pronouns. I don't know. Those are pretty nice looking trees there. I'm satisfied. Got a jungle tree right here that I'd like to cut down, and I'd like to plant some more jungle trees elsewhere. Some more seeds. Seeds in leaf pile. I have discovered uses for leaf piles. You can combine 8 or 9 leaf piles into a leaf block. I think it's actually 9 leaf piles into a leaf block. And then you combine 8 leaf blocks into a compressed plant ball thing. In the meantime, I've also been picking up seeds, putting them in a squeezer, getting some seed oil. Num num num. I mean, they don't give us massive amounts of seed oil, but it's something. Eventually, someday, we'll do something with it. The point is that I'm stuck. The point is that we're actually making use of stuff. So, cactus. Making some cactus green and some cactus paste. Of course, then you have to turn this cactus paste. See, I thought that you could just make pipe waterproof like you could in the old days, but nope, you have to, yeah, we're going to have to smelt that stuff. No? Yeah. Yep. It's not working. So, we search it up real quick, and we'll see that you smelt it down into cactus green, and then you use the cactus green somewhere. Come on. Come on. That's nice. Blah, 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 blah. Shaped crafting. It's not shaped crafting, but you use the cactus green for some... Ooh, green lights and green structures. Woo, Zicorium. That reminds me that I need to do something with Zicorium. And I don't particularly feel like doing anything with Zicorium because Zicorium looks a little... There we go, waterproof. So yeah, you smelt it down and... Anyways. I just haven't done very much with Zicorium, except consolidate all of my various little Zicorium supplies into better Zicorium supplies, that is to say blocks. But anyways, today we're going to be building a tank, a railcraft tank, and I've lost something. I need... Oh, glass panes. Gosh darned it. Because we are going to make creosote oil from our coke oven. Coke oven is the best oven if you like your soda. Nom nom nom. I don't know why we call it Coke, but we do, so deal with it. Luckily, we have just enough glass to make glass panes, because it's cheap, yo. We do have a bunch of sand, you'll see in the inventory, so we could have just smelted some down, but I had things I wanted to use that for. I want to make a cactus farm, so that we can have cactus. Alright. Now, I only think I need 4 of these, although we'll see. I think I calculated this right. Get some valves, some of those windows. Those aren't real windows, they just pretend to be windows. And here we go, we turn the rest of these into... There, boom. Into tank walls. Ha-ha! Alright, so basically, railcraft tanks. Oh, I also made the rest of the coke oven breaks, by the way, while you weren't looking. And this is why we need the cactus green and the pipe waterproof for our whatchamacallums. No, I'm missing an engine, but we'll come back to that part. Okay, so for railcraft tanks, you have to have basically a hollow structure, like a 3x3, and then a cylinder and all that. But otherwise, just kind of a hollow structure of that. And we just need this, that's all. That'll be good. And the hollow structure can be built out of just tank walls, or tank walls and gauges, or tank walls and gauges and valves, or tank walls and valves, but you'll need a valve to put liquids in and out. You'll see what I mean once we start constructing it. For now, we'll construct the coke oven, which is, if you don't already know, a 3x3x3 hollow structure. Now, I've put it in a nice little location here. If we ever wanted to change the solid-fueled firebox to a liquid-fueled firebox, it's not too far away. But coke ovens are pretty slow. Oops, almost forgot that one. Boom, and there you go. That's how you know it's working. A little window, and there we go. We've got 64,000 buckets, or 64 buckets, sorry, not 64,000. 64 buckets worth of oil there, and then you can put buckets in on the side, and you can start things cooking. So, we can cook up wood. There we go. Took a moment. And the wood will turn into charcoal and give us, I think it's a quarter bucket of oil. I think that's what it gives us. But it's slow. It's slow. Alright, so here we go. We're going to put this guy in. Now, this bottom part doesn't really need much. So we can fill it in, because we're not going to be working underneath it, probably. And then we need some support structures. And the support structures have to be made out of tank wall. There we go. And that gives us 3 left. I've miscalculated somehow. Okay, well, I probably didn't count for this one down here. So we'll take that out. And I'll just, I don't know, put something else down there. It doesn't really matter what goes down there. Okay, so now we have... Okay, well, we need a valve in here somewhere. We could put a valve up top or a valve on the bottom. Let's put the valve up top there. We'll put the valve on bottom over here. Go ahead. Jump in there. It's okay. No? I've decided differently. I don't remember what I did. It was so long ago when I recorded this. There we go. I think there is a small difference as to the way it works, depending on which one you do and all that. And I just realized I need to fill in the other sides as well, not to mention the bottom there, if I remember to do so. So let's go ahead and put in valves, and put a gauge there in the bottom. 1, 2, boom, boom, boom. I'm short. I think I'm actually 2 blocks short. Well, this is embarrassing. Guess we'd better make some more. Okay, no big deal, no big deal. Don't panic. We've got the iron. Not that we've got tons of the stuff. We're down to 10. A lot of things needed iron recently. Grumble, grumble, grumble. But that's okay. That just means we have to go mining in the future, that's all. And iron's pretty easy to find. Like, we wouldn't have to mine very hard. Anyways, there we go. Iron tank walls. Now, in the meantime, you've also noticed that this stuff magically appeared here. That's because I remembered that, haha, guess what we need? We need a redstone engine. So I've made us a piston, and we're going to make some gears. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Forgot the glass, as always. We have some 1 glass. Aw, yeah. That's right. Redstone engine. We'll need that for the waterproof pipe. And hopefully I've got a lever or something, or a torch or something. Oh, almost forgot the tank wall. Silly me. I mean, we could start, as you notice, we started the coke oven already. Without this tank in place, that's fine, because it has a pretty good built-in tank. I don't know how, considering that the whole thing's on fire, so how's it holding oil? And you'll see I've just forgotten the redstone thingamajigger. But I did have a redstone engine already. Just like me. Bit of stone and a stick, and we can make a lever. There we go. So yeah, we've gone through 2 blocks of wood to make 2 things of charcoal, and we've gotten a little bit of creosote in return. I've decided I need to switch some things around, so we're going to do that real quick. Tank wall and tank wall, only I don't like that. We're going to switch this so that we have tank wall there and a gauge over here. I think this is called a gauge. Yes, tank gauge. It's called a tank gauge, not a tank window, because it's not actually a window block. It just pretends to be a window block. There we go. We'll put that on the bottom. It looks nicer now. And ta-da! Iron tank. 576 buckets. If you didn't catch it, you'll just have to trust me that what I say is true. Of course, it's on the wrong side, but we'll fix that in a moment. Knock out the torch. Put in the engine. Grab the Thaumonomicon. Just kidding. Nope, make some sticks and the lever. And the sticks and the lever. I always put that in the wrong spot. There we go. Ta-da! Is that... I don't think that's the right direction. No. It should flow through. Right. Oh, we've gone through. Anyways, so you can use wood, which is a sustainable source of fuel. If you're just making creosote oil, it's probably better to use wood, because you can recycle your wood and sustain it and all that. And we'll just knock this around. There we go. There you go. Boom. It's gross. Alright, so now we're going to store all this oil in the tank here. All 3/4 a bucket out of 576. Yeah, we're pretty much never going to fill up even the coke oven's tank, but hey, it's a thing. So yeah, if you're just producing creosote oil, it's probably best to just do it with wood. It's a pretty crappy conversion ratio. And it's much better to use coal, but coal is harder to come by. Unless, of course, you're using equivalent exchange and minium. But even then, I don't think the coal conversion ratio is really good. But maybe it's worth it. And I'm sure it's worth it for some folks. Besides, coal is really common. Let's admit that. Coal is very common. Ooh, good. Monsters. We'll take out the monsters. I don't even know why I came out here. Oh, because there were monsters, and it was noisy. Yes. Yes. Although, come here. Come here. There you go. Besides, I've got a shiny sword. Literally, it's shiny, glowy, and stuff. Nom nom nom. You'll notice that we never fixed up this little hole. Part of it was a creeper hole. I think part of it was also my Alimentum. Testing out Alimentum for the first time. Alumentum, Spider-mentum, Alumentum, kill a zombie too. And dirt. Yay! Okay, so what's up next? Next, we have the cactus farm. So, we need a good place to put our cactus farm, folks. It's, of course, got to be close to the base. I don't want it out in the swamp, although that's not a bad idea, now that I think about it. This is a reasonably flat spot that's kind of out of the way. We haven't really used it for very much, so I'm just going to sit here and knock things out by hand. That's silly. There we go. I got a shovel, yo. I got a shovel. I got a shovel. Everybody look at me because I sit in here with my shovel because I got one. A shovel. I can shovel things like dirt. Now I'm gonna shovel up this dirt here. Gonna shovel up this dirt. And I'm not gonna watch what I'm doing so that I fall through a hole in the floor. A hole in the floor, yo. Hole in the floor. Grab some monazit ore. Because I got a hole in the floor. Lots of marble and monazit ore. Yeah. What? So that's a thing that just happened. You might have noticed that a good deal of this area is covered up with, well, nothing. And thus this was not a great plan. However, I am going to stick to it, because I am nothing if not stubborn and lazy at the same time. You might ask, how does that work out? And I'll tell you, it works out wonderfully. It's a little tricky sometimes, but it works out wonderfully. Besides, our farm doesn't need to be that big. It doesn't really matter where we put it, but this is a nice spot for it. A nice plot, if you would. That plot. And so yeah, we'll just put this in here. There we go. I mean, we only have 6 cacti, so whatever. This is like a perfect size. Although, if you might spaz out about the symmetry, I guess we could go ahead and clean that up. There we go, and then we'll drop in a couple more sand, because we got lots of it, because I went to a desert to get sand. And also cacti, because you should get cacti. There we go, cactus farm! Yeah! The accomplishment! We're doing things! Woo! Yay! Hey, another tree. Awesome. One of our trees grew. Now you might notice, by the way, that I'm using the fast graphics as opposed to fancy. Oh, this isn't going to grow here, is it? I'm using fast graphics instead of fancy graphics, and that's just because I've been having frame rate issues for some reason. I'm not really sure why I've been having frame rate issues, because things have been, well, as you notice, Nigel's not here, so it's not like I'm running Skype or anything. I'm just running the server. There's no one else on it, so I'm not really sure why the frame rate issues are existing, but they have been. So I decided to come down here to fast graphics, which is a little saddening, but you know, it happens. It happens. I need a new graphics card anyways, so one of these days I'll probably get that. Gonna jump on up to Radeon 6000 series. That's what 6 theories. Get it? Because it's a theory about 6 is, or something. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing with this inventory stuff here. I just know that it's time for us to do the Mancer part of Technomancer after we go through and look at Nigel's stuff, because we're gonna look at his stuff. Actually, he's the one who uses force fields and stuff. Even though I should get into force fields, I refuse because I'm lazy. What do I need? What am I doing? I don't. There we go. Mancer part. Magic. Woo. Magic. Yeah. Now, the magic part of this video actually took quite a while. However, I've cut out most of it. No, not even most of it. I've cut out a fair bit of it for your convenience. And also for mine, because otherwise this would be like a 35-minute video, so I had to cut out 10 minutes somehow. And I thought, hey, nobody wants to see me sit around and fumble about doing research. That's silly. Anyways, we're going to toss in the rotten flesh. Toss in the rotten flesh. Just toss it into your cauldron. Toss in the rotten flesh. Then you hit it with a stick. Make sure that it's a really fancy stick. Then you hit it with a stick. Make sure that it's a really fancy stick. Something here has something from a slime ball. It's Imperito. But we knew that before we even clicked it in one go. Oh, it's Golomancy. Golomancy. We can mancer a gola. Golomancy. Golomancy. It's down here somewhere. Yeah, it's about little guys. Awesome, little guys. I really want the jars, actually, but Golomancy is pretty cool, too, I guess. You know, it's kind of swish. Sort of. It's a thing. I don't even know what golems need. So, while I figure out what golems need, I will use the magic of editing to cut to the part where I've figured it out. Because it's a lot. Ta-da! Guess what? They need Modus, and apparently Victus, life force, and Animus, soul, spirit. All of these things make sense. Seeing it now. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that makes Animus. I know this for a fact because I spent 10 minutes looking for stuff. So we're going to try researching something else so that we can say we were successful at something this episode, even though it's already 20 minutes long. Aha! Magic! Yes, we'll research magic. Because, ooh, wand of fire. That's... I'm good with that. We can research a wand of fire. I have no problems. Yeah, I figured it needs some fire. Yep. And then steak, because you know it's got all that flame broil char grill things in the steak. So through the magic of editing, let's see here, bippity bappity bazoo badoo 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 boo, rocks, because that's what you need in your wand of fire. Rocks. Somehow cobblestone has the essence of blown up rocks in it, and because it's a wand of fire and therefore hurty things, we need some weapon essence. So we're going to put these arrows in here. Ah! Shucks. Just shy. 75% complete on that. I could use my green sapphire sword there, but I've got a better idea. And that better idea is to go almost all the way upstairs before realizing that I have a crafting table right here. And so, therefore, I shall make some sticks. Yes. And then we shall make some wooden swords. Because I'll bet you that they have tellum in them. Don't they? We'll find out. Woo! Achievement! Yes! Just what I always wanted. No, I probably didn't need this many. That's okay. Boom. Yep. 1. What am I going to do with 4 wooden swords? I just thought of something, but I didn't think of it at the time. Anyways. A fiery wand of death and destruction. I'll take that. How do we make it? It's a wand of the apprentice with a bunch of fire shards. Ooh. Oh, but it can't renew its charge. It will eventually break. Oh, there we go. That's what we're going to use the tellum for. Alrighty. If we remember to do that. So we'll need to make a wand of the apprentice, and then we'll need some extra fire shards. Luckily, we have a wand of the apprentice here. So that's convenient. Now we just need some fire shards. We've got our wand of the adept, so that's pretty cool too. So we don't even need the, what am I doing? Right, it goes over here. This, and then boom, boom, boom. And hey, it needs tellum and a bunch of fire. Okay, so we're going to have to find some fire somewhere. But these things have tellum. Unfortunately, they have 4 tellum, which means I only get rid of 1. I was hoping I'd get rid of more than that. Now I'll need 16 of the Ignis, which, as you can tell, I do not have with me at the moment. So I'm going to go find some. I should have cut this part out too. Netherrack has some, but only 15. But combine that with the steak and I've got enough. So we'll throw the netherrack in here. Boom, get in there, and then we'll put the steak, and we'll toss in the steak too. That way, it'll give us a nice, lovely flavor on our thing. You notice there's no magic going through the air. That's because I didn't put the magic thingy in the box. Boom, magic thingy in the box. Yeah, and you can actually see what's really cool is that both colors are used, both that purpley and the red color, or brown and red. Anyways, we've got a wand of fire. Yes! Alright, time to go burninate things. Also, maybe I should fix up the ceiling. Make it not dirt. Ooh, and it's nighttime. Perfect. Okay, so, how does the wand of fire work? Simple. Click on things and it shoots out fire. Pretty straightforward. Now, the fire doesn't, last forever, as you can see. Nor does it kill things that quickly. But, if you've got a fair bit of distance and you're patient, you could just click once and you get the effect of the wand of fire, or you could just hold it down and that works too. Now, the wand of fire, used on a tree, does nothing. You can see that it just kind of wraps around the block. Even leaves, it won't light leaves up, but it will light up people. Spoiler alert, it also works against Nigel. He should be back my next episode. Oh look, there's a lovely zombie out here. Let's go burninate him. Yes. Mwahaha. Take that. And then I still hit you with the sword because you didn't actually die. That's the problem with fire, is that it's not, it's nice, but not, and then, yeah, it takes a little while. It's like poison. It's like waiting for someone to die. You're just like, die, maybe, and die, no. Anyways, it's pretty nice. It works underwater, kind of, sort of. It bounced, and then, boom, water. So, yeah, that's what we did today. We got this thing running, and we've made some charcoal, and we've made three buckets of creosote oil, yeah. And we made a wand of fire, and I don't know what we're doing next time, but it'll be something, so you should tune in. And until then, keep on trotting.